Yes, it requires a whole lot of power. It's got a like the weight of the, I believe the weight of the space shuttle with the fuel tank and everything was somewhere around what 3-4 million pounds, something like that. So it's got to produce, and look at this, it's got to produce a force that's greater than uh, it's got to produce a force that's what about a couple of times, at least a couple of times greater than the actual weight just to get it moving. So Ephesians 1:19, when it said, and what is the exceeding greatness of his power to usward who believe according to the working of his mighty power. This is talking about when the time when Jesus was on the cross, when he died, and then when he was rose again, God had to exert uh, power like never before, because what he was doing was he was raising up not only Jesus, but he was raising up a body of believers that were, uh, you know, dead in sin. So he had to use power that was many times greater than the power of sin that was holding them down in order to raise them up. And let's see, 20, which he wrought in Christ when he raised him from the dead and set him at his own right hand in heavenly places. So God had to exert a whole lot of power in order to raise Jesus from the dead along with his body in the earth. And then since we are his body and he is the head, that means that we are seated in heavenly places with him. So when I said earlier, when I said heaven bound, really it's not about us. Um, this heavenly place is not about being in heaven, but it's about being spiritually in heavenly places. Even while we're here on earth, we are translated from the kingdom of darkness into the kingdom of light of his dear son. So we're we are living in the kingdom, seated in high heavenly places right now. Let me come back.